As we've heard from our health system partners, we are at the most challenging time in this pandemic in the last year, since the surge that took place last November. Fatigued isn't a strong enough word for the sentiment in our community right now. Nearly 2 years of vigilance, being told what to do, and having to change your activities is exhausting. We know that we have to live with this virus, which isn't going anywhere, and we can do that as a community. But living with this virus doesn't mean doing nothing. To put it into perspective, we live with the dramatic changes of weather in Iowa, but we make decisions and take varied actions as necessary depending on the weather. The weather has changed and now it's cold. I change my actions by wearing a winter coat, gloves, and hat if needed. We are not new to this concept of having to change our actions based upon the circumstances before us. The landscape of the pandemic has changed. Cases were lower in previous months, and many of us had opportunities to take part in activities while not worrying as much about COVID risk due to events being held outside and case counts being lower. The COVID situation has changed. The case counts are high, hospital systems are strapped, and there is no immediate end in sight. We need to change our actions as we do for everything else we encounter. For this, it means masking even if you're fully vaccinated. It means getting tested when your symptoms feel just like a common cold or what you think is your allergies. It means staying home if you suspect any of these symptoms. No meal or family event is worth learning later that you put your grandma, your niece, or your cousin battling cancer at risk due to now being COVID positive. This won't last forever. This pandemic will ebb and flow, but we're in a tight spot at the moment and we need to respond accordingly. Just know you're not alone and we're working together to respond to this pandemic.
Thank you, Amy.